All right. What's going on? What's going on, Israel? All right, what's going on? Just give me a few seconds, Israel. I'm just trying to make sure everything is good here. All right. Hey, if y'all can hear me, go ahead and put a one in the chat box. If you can hear me loud and clear, go ahead and put a one in the chat box. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, Israel. I pray that you all are doing great. You know, I ain't done one of these in a minute. It's been a minute, y'all. So titled this one, "Rough Times Coming." Just want to talk to the fam. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but then again, who knows? You know, I'm just gonna go how the spirit moves and everything. So, but you know, the spirit's been on me, and I'm pretty sure the spirit has been on a lot of our people, especially in the wake of everything that's been happening, going on, and everything. And so, you know, we're gonna need to be prepared. We're gonna have to work harder than ever. We're gonna really have to dig down deep. All right, y'all, because it's coming. And everything they have kept secret about us, everything they have covered up about us, is coming to the light. And they're going to fight like the devil. Y'all hear me? They're going to fight like the devil to keep this kingdom. Now, just like it says in 1 Peter 3:5, you know, be ready to give an answer for the hope that's within you. I can't express how important that is. I mean, that is so important because it's coming to a time where we're going to have to really defend ourselves in this word. We're going to have to defend our honor. We're going to have to defend the honor of the Mashiach and the Father. So, with that being said, you know, if you've been in this faith for at least 3 years or more, there's there's three things you should be able to do very successfully and skillfully. So the first thing you should be able to do is that you should be able to prove biblically and historically who we are as a people. You should be able to prove who we are as a people, and excuse the you know, because I'm kind of holding the phone. I don't have no stand, so I'm freestyling this, y'all. So three things. So number one, you should be able to biblically and historically prove who we are as a people. Number two, you should be able to defend the Torah against any so-called black Christians that are telling you that the laws are done away with. All right. And the third one is obvious. The third one is that we should be practicing and walking in the light, practicing these righteous acts. That's far most important. And let me tell you why. It's because when it comes to the laws, you all, Israel, that right there is going to be the breaking point, because that is going to that's what's going to make our enemies fall to their knees. Let me give you an example. So I'm gonna throw a number out there. I'm gonna throw 3 years out there. 3 years. So I travel a lot. Okay, so the nature of what I do, I travel a lot. I travel, you know, across the U.S. and I'm out and about a lot. All right, so I see a lot of my people. So out of the 3 years that I've been traveling, I want you to take a guess of how many Hebrews I saw in fringes. Just take a guess. How many you think that I saw with fringes? Just, you know, being out and about, you know, our people with fringes on in the last 3 years. One. One. Now somebody said 67. Oh, I wish it was 67. I wish it was 67. No, one. Now you would think with people waking up and getting into this truth, you would think more people would be, wearing their fringes and everything. And we already know, about the fringes, in Numbers 15 and 36, we are commanded to wear fringes so that we can look down upon them, so that we know that the laws are still in effect. And it reminds us, and it helps. It is for our good too, because it helps us to realize, hey, the Most High is fighting for us, and not only that, but to recognize one another. If I can't recognize my bruise, if they're looking like the world, how can I tell them apart? You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's just so important. And the reason why I'm really stressing this, Israel, is because once we start doing that, just imagine, okay, y'all, just picture this right quick. Just imagine if like 30% of our people was wearing fringes and our enemies started seeing that stuff. Do you know how fearful they would become? Do you know that that would do something to them? See, they don't want that. That's the thing, and that's the problem, y'all. And we have to realize that. And so they do not want us to keep the laws. Why? Because they know our enemies. I'm talking about the one percenters, the so-called people who run Hollywood, who run the movie industries, who run the news medias, who run everything pretty much on this earth. They do not want our people to keep the laws. And so when you have people like Kanye, when you have people like Nick Cannon and a basketball player, can't think of his name, but and other people who came out, as soon as we say something, as soon as we say, oh, we are the children of Israel, we are the bloodline of Moses and Isaac and Jacob and the 12 tribes of Israel, all of a sudden it's anti-Semitism, anti-Semitism. Oh no, you people, you can't possibly be the Jews. You see, the Jews are already set up in Jerusalem. They're already over there in Jerusalem. How can you people possibly be the Jews? Ooh, you guys are a big joke. You know, you can't be trusted. You're criminals. You know. See, but this is how the media does to us. They criminalize us, and then they try to take every credibility away from us. So when we do come out like, hey, this is it. We have proof. We showed you biblically. We showed you historically. We showed you all kinds of ways who we are as a people. But yet you still want to believe a lie. And see, and this whole system is it's gonna crumble, y'all. This whole system cannot stand on lies, because that's all it's built on, y'all. It's built on lies. And so when you have a system that's built on lies, it's going to come to a point where it's going to crumble. All right. So that being said, as far as rough times coming, as we get back to these laws, commandments, and statutes, and we start practicing these righteous acts, which is our whole duty to do, because we are commanded to do that. It even said in Joshua 13 that Joshua 13 and chapter 13 and verse 4, it said that if we do willingly to guard and keep the commandments, the Most High will make our enemies fall before our feet. I mean, that's some powerful stuff right there. Who wouldn't want, who would not want to be set apart? Why would you not want to be set apart? Why would you want to constantly be like your enemies? Why would you want to dress like them? Why would you want to be like them? You know, you know what I'm saying? It's like our people have I don't know, it's the word I want to use. It's like they're ashamed. Yeah, that's the word. That's perfect. It's like our people are ashamed to practice their heritage. They think by practicing their heritage, they're being self-righteous. And I've talked to some brothers who actually said that and who think that. That's that's anything further. That's the furthest thing from the truth. This is a command. This is a joy. It should be a delight. It should be a delight, Israel, to practice these righteous acts and rejoice in these commandments. And if y'all notice that the more we get back to these commandments, the more we practice these righteous acts, the more stuff we're going to see. And I'm telling you, it's going to get rough. And you wait, like as the days go by, the weeks, months, years, we're going to see an increase in activities. We're going to see an increase of wickedness, all kinds of stuff. And as it says in the scriptures, judgment will start at the house of the Most High. So, unfortunately, I love my people. I pray for my people every day. I really pray, and and hope that all our people can be saved. But we know the deal. We know the end result. And when we go against the commandments, when we go contrary to the commandments, well, guess what? Anything outside of that is death. I mean, there's just no other way. So let's get this. Let's just seek the spirit, y'all. Seek the spirit, Israel, and let's practice these righteous acts so we can not only get out of here, but we can just see our enemies just fade away. Because I know most of you all are tired, and I know you all are just, it's just too much. We're constantly. It seems like we're just getting beat and beat over the head and beat all over our body. And then we're still going out doing the same thing. It's like Israel loves to get beat. I don't, I've never met a person who likes to get beat up all the time. No one likes to get beat up all the time. I mean, that's not fun. And if you was a person growing up, and if you were bullied, and you were being getting beat up and everything, now I wasn't no bully. I never was a bully. I hated bullies, but I wasn't no punk either. And if bully, one thing I hated was bullies, and I always stood up to them and everything. So, I never really had that problem growing up. But in that saying, it's not fun for anybody to get bullied and beat up all the time. You're getting hit in your face and hit in the nose every day, every day. But that's the same way with us, y'all. It's like, because we don't want to do right. We don't want to do right. We don't want to keep the commandments. We want to be wicked. We want to be like the world. We want to be like our enemies. We want to be like the heathens. And we're constantly getting beat up, 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 beat up every day. I mean, like, really, do y'all really enjoy that? I mean, I don't. And we're catching it. Look, we're catching it as a whole, y'all. It was only a few. It was only a few knuckleheads that caused all of Israel to have to wander in the wilderness for 40 years, when it was only a 11-day journey. Now you had many brothers that were keeping the commandments with their families, and they had their families in line, and their children, were keeping the commandments and everything. But then these few knuckleheads who just didn't want to do right. It caused us to wander for 40 years. The Most High had to kill off those generations. So this is what I'm talking about. I don't know why it's so hard for our people to really get this. I mean, we know why. The Bible says, of course, Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, but Israel does not know. They don't even consider, and they don't care. So for the ones that are woke, and like I said, if you've been in this truth, Israel, for at least 3 years or more, and you're not wearing your fringes, you're not keeping these laws, commandments, statutes, you have done a great disservice, because 3 years is plenty of time to really build yourself and to really learn these precepts and everything. Because the Bible says that we're going to be thrown before the judges. We're going to have to account for our faith. And if you've been in for 3 years and you barely know anything about who we are as a people and everything, you're not even practicing the righteous acts, you're not wearing your fringes, you're not wearing your beard, and all kinds of stuff. Those are things that are easy to keep. There is not one law that applies to us that's hard to keep. Not one. All right, Israel, we just got to buckle down, and we got to make the decision. We got to make that decision. Who we gonna serve? Are we gonna serve the Most High, or are we gonna continue to serve our enemies? Can't serve two masters. So I'm gonna keep, as long as I got breath in me, I'm gonna keep drilling this. I'm gonna keep drilling it, because we got to get this. We got to get this, because those laws are going to be key. Those laws are the power, y'all. And when we get back to that, you watch. We're going to see our enemies drop like flies, like literally drop like flies. All right. I wish, when I'm out and about, I really wish I could see more brothers and sisters wearing their fringes. I really wish I could. It's sad. I feel like sometimes I'm not gonna say I feel like an outcast, but you stick out, like a sore thumb, because it's like, man, I fly all the time, and at the airport, that's where you see your people. You see a lot of your people all the time and everything. So, but we gotta, man, Israel, we gotta get on, we gotta get on board. We gotta get up off our butts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make haste to keep these laws. But man, I'm telling you, times are coming. And guess what? These people, the same people who are going after anyone who comes out who has a huge social media following or what have you, and as soon as they come out with the truth or they acknowledge, oh man, they're excited and everything. Okay, here come the imposters. Here they come. They're getting ready to crowd anti-Semitism. Now they want to try to do everything they can to divert who we are. They hid our history. They lied about the whole Earth thing, being round and all that kind of stuff. We all know that the Earth is flat. That's been proven. I've done many tests. I've done over 20 different tests to prove that it's a one big mass flat plane. All right. And you can do one yourself, like if you live near water, if you live by an ocean or something like that, if you're in Florida or wherever, California, or you're in Hawaii or whatever in the other country near water, just look at a ship, and as that ship is going out, it's going to look like it's dropping down, but it's not dropping down. What it is that perspective, because when you're looking at something from a distance, it's going to look like it's going to get smaller, and it looks like it's going to disappear. So it could be a wave about this big, and it can block the view and everything. But if you have a high power camera or whatever, a phone that has a high power zoom on it, you wait till it gets out of your view, and then you zoom in on it, it'll come right back in focus, and you'll see it right there. And if there was some kind of technology where you can keep zooming in and zooming in, it would be real clear. You would continue to see that ship going. You know what I'm saying? These people are full of it, y'all. They lie about everything. And when I say everything, I mean, the Bible says in Psalms, I believe it's I think it's Psalms 58, says that the wicked are estranged from the womb, and they go about lying. They come out lying. So these people, that's all they can do. That's all they know how to do is just lie, lie, lie. They steal everything. They take credit for everything, and they lie all the time. So we got to get ready, Zion, because we got to have the mindset of being like, of course, we need to occupy until he comes, but at the same time, we need to be in the mindset of that. Hey, it's a possibility we can get delivered up to be killed. I mean, it's going to come a time if we're still alive, by then, if the Most High's will. But it's going to come a time where, many of us are going to be killed. Many of us are going to be beheaded for this faith. And the scripture says that many will be offended, of the Son. So if we're afraid to keep the laws right now, if we're ashamed or embarrassed to keep the laws right now, well, guess what? The Most High is going to be embarrassed of us, and then we're going to, our people are going to lose out. And I don't want to see none of our people lose out. Like up to the point where, and we're not perfect, Zion. I don't claim to be perfect. Brothers don't claim to be perfect. We're not perfect, and we express it when me and my brother Eitan on the Mind of Brotherhood. We stress that, But at the same time, we are commanded to keep these commandments, and and I'm still working on a lot of things, constantly every day. It's a struggle, against the flesh, the mind, and everything. Y'all know, and we all go through it, John. We all go through. We all are sick. And when I say sick, I'm talking about all of us. We have mental illness. I'm talking about our people. Why? Because we've been through the ringer. We've been, and it's not a shame to say that, because it's true. It is true, and that's why we need to be. That's why we need to work towards getting to a position so that we don't have to be in that state anymore. So that we can be focused on these laws, because man, y'all have no idea. I mean, the power that's going to come out of this. And just imagine seeing our people, walking together in unity, keeping the laws. That is going to scare the living daylights out of our enemies. Hey, I mean, they don't already. Look, check this out. they already hate it when they see two black couples, so-called black couples, Israelites, walking in the store together. You see them looking and everything, and they be like, wait a minute. You start getting stares and stuff like, they're not supposed to be together. Why are they together? He should be married to a white woman, and she should be married to a white man. You see the concept of that, and that's why I did the video last time about the melting pot, because the whole concept of our people is so misconstrued and everything, to the point where they don't think nothing's wrong with anything. Anything wicked is like accepted amongst our people. I mean, we can care less about what the heathens do. I mean, they can do what they want to do because of the covenant is not for them anyway. But I'm concerned about my people. I can care less what the other nations do, but I'm concerned about my people. And every chance I get, trying to use the best wisdom that I possibly can to reach our people. And so, but you all have to do the same thing too. And yes, you all have a part in this, and everything that's happening that we see, that's going on around us all over the earth, is happening because of us, Israel. It's happening because of His people, but it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about these laws, and it's about the Son. Revelation 14:12. Yeah, y'all know we quote that after every lesson. I mean, how many times that that's a scripture that you should know that already. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High, of the Yahweh, and have the faith of Mashiach. Keep the commandments of the Most High and have the faith of the Mashiach. They go two. They go two and two. You know what I'm saying? One and the same. So, we gotta get on the ball here. We slacking up. We falling behind. We gotta make our enemies start to fall. We gotta make them fall even harder. The harder they fall, the better. So that, encourage your brothers, encourage your sisters. Man, let's get it. And the couple that I met that was wearing the fringes, I was in Philly, and I saw them. I had to go up and shake their hand and everything. I don't know if they were in the camp or anything like that. I didn't ask, but I was like, man, I gotta shake your hand, brother, because him and his wife were in fringes. I was like happy for the whole. That made my day right there. So, but since then, I have not seen anything like that in 3 years. It was just that one couple. That's it. So, got to tighten up and everything, because it's going to come into question, and everything that we do, they can't censor everything. You know what I'm saying? They can't censor everything, and what they're going to do? Crowd anti-Semitism for every single video that's out there that's talking about who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to shut down YouTube because they'll lose money. Money is their god. I guess they didn't realize that all this stuff was going to backfire on them. And every time they crowd anti-Semitism, y'all notice that they make themselves look like a fool, and all they do is give us more publicity. So I guess that's a good thing. So I guess the more they crowd Semitism, the better. That just puts us in the spotlight. And so I praise the Most High for that. So the Most High knows what He's doing, y'all. The Most High, He has this thing under His control. So man, it's exciting times at the same time, but at the same times, it's scary times, y'all. So tough times are coming, y'all. Tough times are coming. So just be, like I said, just know that if you're in this truth, and if you truly love the Most High in His laws, just know that the powers that be are going to come against us, and they're going to come against us hard, because, like I said in the beginning, they're going to fight like the devil to keep this kingdom. So what does that mean? So that means by any means necessary, they're going to lie. They're going to continue to lie, try to cover up. I mean, their foundation is already cracking. I mean, it's starting to crumble. So they're going to come up with other ways to try to keep that foundation. But the only thing they can do is put patches. The only thing they can do is put small patches in that foundation to keep it from crumbling. But the Most High, when He puts that pressure on them, that stuff is going to come crumbling down. So just stand by what you believe, Israel, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to wear your fringes. Don't be ashamed to grow your beard. Don't be ashamed. Wear your shemals, whatever. It's yours. The Most High gave it to us. It is our birthright. Let me repeat that again. It is our birthright. Our heritage is our birthright. It ain't a custom. It ain't something. It's a fly by day. It is our birthright. It was given to you. But what do we do? Our people like to take it and throw it in the trash, and then what they'll do is they'll pick up the holidays. Oh, they'll keep Christmas. They'll keep Thanksgiving. They'll keep New Year's. They'll keep Halloween. It's crazy because like I seen like I even forgot it was that holiday because I'm to the point now where I don't even acknowledge those days. Those days are so far gone out of my mind, and I didn't realize that holiday on the 31st until I saw people dressed up in crazy costumes. And I'm like, what's going on? And then it dawned on me. It's like, man, you got to be kidding me, really? And our people is like outdoing the heathens and everything, and I hate that, y'all. I hate that. It seems like our people they're the most, at wickedness, and they're just it's like in competition they'll outdo the heathens. But that's our problem because we excel at everything, and unfortunately we even excel at wickedness. I mean, it's the truth. So hey, what do you do? And I'm just one person, Israel. I am just one person, and you know there's only so much that we can do. But each one of you, each brothers that's putting that hand to the plow and you're doing your part, that helps because, like I said before, the Most High is the power, but we are the engine that's driving this force because He has given us that, and you cannot see the engine because it's under the hood. And so, for right now, the Most High has us hidden, but it's going to come a time where we're going to start to be more and more exposed. Why? Because now the world is starting to see, okay, now these people are crying out anti-Semitism. Let me investigate. That's what's going to happen. So people are going to start to investigate. So the book Hebrews to Negroes, when the basketball player dude Kyrie, when he mentioned that, because he didn't say nothing, he didn't make a statement or anything like that. He didn't give his opinion. He just quoted he just put in a link. That's all he did, and they cried out anti-Semitism for that. Well, what's going to happen? People are going to check out the book. They're going to check out other stuff that people are referencing and everything, and they're going to be like, wow, man, this is truth, and the spirit is going to hit them. They're going to come to their little light bulb moment, and they're going to realize, man, they've been covering up our history for hundreds of years. I mean, how come I didn't notice? How come I didn't notice before? But you got to understand, Israel, the Most High's timing is perfect. It's impeccable, and we don't always know when things are going to happen the way they do, and we don't know how the Most High is going to use certain individuals to push this truth. But yes, but know this: we are becoming more and more exposed because of this, and this is why I felt like the Spirit was moving on me that we had to do this talk because you're going to have to know these precepts. You're going to have to be able to defend yourself, Israel. You're going to have to be able to prove biblically and historically who you are as a people. You're going to have to be able to prove and defend the Torah. You're going to have to because if you're just in this faith, if you're in this awakening because of the excitement, and you cannot fend for yourself, you're going to drown. You're going to drown, and you're going to see yourself on the wayside. And just like when professionals, when they practice anything, whether it's sports, whether it's music or what have you, artist, painter, it comes with practice, Israel. It comes with practice. And if you don't practice your craft, if you don't practice your skill, don't expect to be good at it. Don't expect to be able to make use out of it. And it's just like if you're just sitting around watching videos and treat them like little miniseries and stuff like that, and you're not taking the time to really dig and to research. You're not sitting down with your family members. You're not, sitting down with your sons and daughters and like literally opening up concordance and then teaching them how to, decipher words and everything and how to compare scriptures and everything. Israel, you're going to be lost in the sauce. You're going to be lost in the sauce, and that's not going to be good. So you gotta really, we got to take this thing very serious. We got to take it very seriously, and a lot of our people are not taking it serious. They're excited for the fact that we are Hebrews. They are excited for the fact that, we are waking up and everything, but they're not. A lot of them are not practicing the righteous acts because a lot of our people still have that Christianity filth in their mind and everything, where they feel like it's not important to wear your fringes. They feel like it's not important to wear the fringes. They feel like it's not important to keep the Shabbat. They feel like, hey, as long as I'm being faithful, keeping the Shabbat, I can eat a little pork. No, Israel. No, Israel. We don't have that choice because, like I said, it's our birthright. And if something is your birthright, it's like being born into an inheritance. You know, what kind of person would not want a $500 billion passed down to them from an inheritance? You would have to be a fool to be like, oh, I don't want that, and leave it all and let it all go to the wayside, let it all go to your enemies. You would have to be a fool. Well, that's the same thing we're doing. We're taking our prized possession, our birthright, and we're taking it just like Esau, and we're throwing it to the side. And we better thank the Most High. He did not choose another nation and just decide to be like, hey, you know what? I'm done with it. I'm done with these stiff-necked people. Forget it. I'm going to choose somebody else. But no, the Most High still kept his covenant. Israel, man, y'all, just if y'all only realized how important this thing is and why we should really be putting our feet to the platform and digging deeper because you're going to have to build a solid foundation. Your foundation is going to have to be so solid. It's going to have to be so solid that nothing can move it. And I've seen this truth. It's like a revolving door. I've seen so many people come and go, Israel. Like literally, I've seen so many people come and go, and it's crazy. Give me a second here. Try to make this adjustment. All right. So yeah, I see a lot of people come and go, and this truth is because their hearts and minds was never in it. And I see so many people. I see so many of our people get excited about this truth, but then when it comes to when it comes to the works, it's like they don't want to do that. And it's easy. It's easy, Israel. It's like there's nothing hard about this. It's a blessing. Each feast day that comes around, you should be excited. You should just be overwhelmed with joy. Like we got the Feast of Dedication coming up in December. Go read what that's all about. We got lessons on that and everything. Man, Judah, our brother Judah Maccabees, our ancestors, man, Judah Maccabees and his brothers, man, they ran them Greek boys out of the temple because they were defiling it. They were doing all kinds of stuff, wickedness in the temple. But that goes to show you, though, when you buckle down and when you get serious about these laws and everything, commandments and statutes, man, we're gonna see our enemies fall before us. Who would not want to see that? You know what I'm saying? Man. And so, fam, I just wanted to just have a quick talk with y'all, and I really love my people. Y'all know I do. Y'all know I have my faults. We all have our faults and things like that, but, at the end of the day, I want all my people to be saved. I want every last single Negro on the face of this earth to be saved. But, we all going to have to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. And, we're going to have to hold our brothers and sisters accountable. Yes, we are our brother's keeper. And we are responsible. If you see your brother, your sister doing wickedness and you have the opportunity to correct it and say something and you don't, you're just as guilty. Yep. Yep, you're right. Can't see the name. It says they want to continue in their wickedness. That's right, and that's our biggest problem. And there's nothing you can do about that, Israel. If our people want to make that decision, if they want to continue in wickedness, the only thing you can do is pray for them and step back. Let them have their way. So Most High is gonna have to deal with that. But for you all who are keeping the commandments with all your heart, mind, and soul and strength, man, practice your heritage. Don't be afraid of your heritage. Sport that heritage, boy. It's your birthright. Wear them fringes, boy. Wear them shamags out there. Wear your little whatever. If you got the, your necklaces and everything, all that stuff, whatever, Oh, rock that stuff. Don't be afraid to rock that. That's yours. That's like it's like the greatest gift ever, you know. And you don't owe no apology to anyone, no one. All right. So let's get ready because as the days and weeks and months and years, all that goes by, we're gonna see some crazy stuff. With everything going up and all this stuff, we don't know. I've done a couple of videos on this whole one world currency, this digital currency. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. It's not a matter of if it's coming. It's just a matter of when. So all the pieces are being set in place right now. All the pieces are being set in place. It's just a matter of time. We don't know exactly when that time is going to come. But also the Most High, for all His prophecy, He has a time, day, and a year that's going to happen. But He knows though. Only Yahweh knows. Only He knows when it's going to happen. So, all right. I see one. It says, I'm having trouble keeping the Shabbat. I find myself buying something or cooking something. It's been hard, and I'm not gonna lie. Hey, thanks for being honest. That you've been honest, but you know what? You know, start practicing like today. Like when this video is over with right now, when we go off the live feed, go somewhere in your closet, something like that, and make a vow to the Most High. Look, you just got to do it. You just got to have faith, and you just got to do it. Keep the Shabbat. Don't go out buying on the Shabbat. Don't go out working on the Shabbat. Saying so. I'm not here to judge you, criticize you. People fall, but at the same time, you got to get serious about this stuff. Israel, got to get serious. All right. Look, I love my people. I'm gonna get ready to close it down here, and we'll do this some more and everything. So because I got some stuff lined up and everything. I got some articles and all kinds of stuff that I want to start showing y'all and everything. So, and you all pray for me because hopefully, if the Most High's will, I want to be able to be in a position where I can do ministry full time. I'm not quite there yet, but just keep that in your prayer and everything. But for the time being, I always move as the Spirit leads me and everything. But hey, Israel, I'm gonna say shalom, and I love my people, and y'all stay strong. Stay strong in the words. Stay strong in the faith. Do not waver to the right, too far to the right, or too far to the left. You build that solid foundation, and you stand on that foundation, no matter what, y'all. No matter what. All right, shalom, and stay strong.